As of old, Stirling railway station was one of the main arrival points for a visitor to Stirling. And just along from the railway station is the bus station. This is a fairly new bus station and it won an award for good design. It is part of the Thistle Marches and you can get to the shops from there. If you've just got off the train and you want to get to the town centre, your best plan is to head up Station Road. Right up there. And at the top of Station Road, we see in front of us there the entrance to the Thistle Centre. This is the main entrance to the Thistle Centre. Now I'm going to show you a picture of how this bit looked in the 1950s, because there's been a lot of changes here. On the right there's the North Church and the Baptist Church, the Station Hotel and the Officers Club. And on the left you can just see the spire of the South Church. And here I have one of the characters of Stirling. Plays a mean banjo. I think this is his favourite spot here. He can often be seen here playing his banjo and tapping his feet. Now we proceed along Murray Place to King Street. There's a lot of famous old shops there. Gavin's on the left here. That's in there, and that's old Gavin at the door. King Street used to be called Quality Street at one time. Going up here on the left there's the Golden Lion Hotel. Burns is said to have scratched a poem on the window there. I don't know which one it is though. And that's the shopping arcade up there. That was one of the first shop arcades in Stirling. And on the left hand side of the street we had an old firm, Graham and Morton's. You could buy all sorts of things in there, hardware, nails, hammers, tools. And on the right up here on the corner we had a shop called Alexander Stores. It was one of these sort of shops you could get anything in. Dishes, plates, knives and forks, anything like that. Now we're heading up Baker Street. At the bottom here we have the 2 Baker Street pub. This pub's had a lot of names in its day. It was a Hog's Head before it was 2 Baker Street. Further up Baker Street, if you look to the left there, where the scaffolding is the Old Royal Infirmary. This building was now being converted into a hotel, but it was once a bank, the Bank of Scotland, and then it was offices of the council. There's no very good picture of it. Now where that garden was, there used to be shops and houses. Now we're heading up towards Bow Street. Just where that grass is, there used to be the Royal Mint. Now on Bow Street, up to the bottom of Broad Street. The street in front of us there is the entrance to St Mary's Wynd. And I'll show you how it looks now. Quite a bit wider, and I've put these cannons on the corner here. These guns used to be in the middle of Broad Street at the Market Cross. And just up there's the toll booth. This is the place of justice. If you did anything bad, they'd take you out for there and string you up. Or if you didn't do something too bad, they'd put you in the pillory and throw stones at you. This is the Market Cross, and this unicorn up here is called Puggy. I've no idea why. It used to be an old saying, you were as drunk as a puggy. Visiting artists do their thing in the toll booth now. It's a sort of theatre. Now we're heading up towards Mar's work. This building was built by the Earl of Mar, and they say the stones from it come from Camberskenneth Abbey. But the Earl popped his clogs before it was finished. Prince Charlie set up a gun battery here to lob cannonballs at the castle with no much effect. As I say, the house was never really finished as a mansion, and it ended its days as the town poorhouse. Now here, look at this window here. The Earl of Mar would have had a good view of the hangings at Broad Street for this one day. And here we have a splendid building. This is the Holyrood Church. And in days gone by, the congregation that attended this church fell out with one another. So what they decided to do was split the church into two. They were a cantankerous lot in them days. Could never agree. So a screen was put up in the middle of the church, and one was called West Church. Another was called East Church. And it had separate doors. That's one of them there. And there's the other one. Fortunately, nowadays it's all one church. and the building's open to visitors.